Hi everyone, I'm Michael Warwick in for Byron Day tonight. It's time for another COVID-19 benefits info segment with Fox 10 News investigative reporter Brendan Kirby. And as promised, he's going to be delving into topics about the virus itself. Now, Brendan, there's a lot of debate about how deadly this disease really is. Do we have an idea?
Well, Michael, it's important to keep some perspective. The vast majority of the people who contract the novel coronavirus are going to survive this, and most of them are going to get better without even having to go to the hospital. And there's been several studies around the country examining antibodies that suggest that the true infection rate is multiples higher than what the confirmed number is. So that means the mortality rate could be much lower than it seems on paper. But it's still nothing to play around with either. More than 56,000 Americans have died so far, and one researcher suggested recently that that makes COVID-19 the leading cause of death in the country right now. A look at CDC data from 2018, which is the most recent year available, it shows why. Nearly as many people have died from the coronavirus as died in that entire year from influenza and pneumonia and from drug overdoses. And the number of COVID deaths dwarfs the 2018 totals for homicides, suicides, death by firearms, and car accidents. COVID-19 has not yet approached the leading causes of death: heart disease, cancer, chronic lower respiratory diseases, stroke, and Alzheimer's disease. But keep in mind that the first coronavirus death in this country occurred on February 29th, and we've amassed that total in about 2 months compared with 12 months for those other causes of death.
Very interesting numbers, Brendan. Well, everyone's eager to know more about the fight to beat this disease with medicine. Where are we on that?
Well, Michael, there are dozens of trials underway across the country right now involving all kinds of different medications, and there's lots of microbiologists that are hard at work trying to find a vaccine which is seen as the ultimate solution. But let's take a look at two of these drugs that are under study right now. We've got a drug called remdesivir, and it's got an Alabama connection. The University of Alabama at Birmingham helped develop it at its Antiviral Drug Discovery and Development Center. The drug is undergoing a clinical trial right now, and we could have preliminary results in about 2 weeks. The drug company Gilead Sciences originally tested this as a treatment for Ebola. A report leaked to Stat News earlier this month suggested that patients treated with remdesivir were recovering quickly, but that report was based on a discussion of the trial, and we don't yet have any proof of that. Then there's something called convalescent plasma, which involves using plasma of people with antibodies to the coronavirus to boost the immune systems of current patients. It's not yet approved by the FDA, which is allowing it for clinical trials on a single patient emergency basis and under an expanded access program for patients that aren't eligible for a clinical trial. Infirmary Health in Mobile announced today that it has become the first local health system to be using this experimental treatment. 12 patients who have recovered from COVID-19 have volunteered to donate their plasma. One donor's plasma can treat up to 3 patients, and it'll be used for the most critically ill patients. Infirmary Health, so we'll have to check that and see how it goes, but both of those treatments are very promising.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brendan. He'll be back later in the hour. If you've got a question for him, email him at brendan.kirby@fox10tv.com. He can't promise he'll answer every question, but he'll do his best. The news on your Monday afternoon continues after this break.